Someone is crying, missing you badly, and sending a telepathic message for you. Listen closely and stay right here, because the feeling reaching you right now is not an accident. Do not scroll. Just breathe for a moment, because someone's heart is speaking directly to yours. You can sense it, can't you? That quiet pull in your chest, that sudden heaviness that came out of nowhere, that strange ache that did not belong to you. It is the echo of a soul that has been thinking of you endlessly. They have tried to stay strong, they have tried to move forward, but every time they close their eyes, your presence floods back into their mind like a wave they cannot resist. They remember your voice. They remember the way your energy felt. They remember the small things you forgot long ago. And tonight, their emotions spilled over. They whispered your name into the silence, hoping the universe would carry it to you. And it did. Right now, their heart is reaching for you with everything it has left. They are asking for your warmth, your understanding, your presence. They are wondering if you still feel the same invisible thread connecting you both. They are hoping you have not forgotten what they never could. Their tears are not of weakness but of longing so deep it bends their spirit. You were not supposed to see this by accident. You were guided here because their message needed a doorway, and you chose to open it by pausing here. Their emotions are moving across the unseen space between your souls, trying to touch you in the only way they can right now. Stay here for one more breath and allow yourself to feel what your mind has been trying to ignore. This is not coincidence. This is connection. This is remembrance. This is their heart calling yours, hoping you hear it this time. Their silent message continues to flow toward you like a tide that refuses to pull back. They are sitting somewhere with their head lowered, holding memories that refuse to fade. Every thought of you hits them with a force they cannot hide from anymore. They are reaching out through the only doorway left between you both, the unseen space where souls communicate without words. They keep wondering why your energy still feels so close, why your presence still lives inside them even after so much time has passed. They tried to bury the feelings, they tried to convince themselves that they were fine, but the truth keeps rising again and again. Their heart still chooses you, even when their mind tries to run. Right now, they are hoping you can feel this pull, this gentle pressure in the center of your chest, this sudden wave of emotion that does not belong to your day. They are hoping that their longing reaches you like a soft knock on a closed door. They are hoping you sense the warmth of their memory brushing against your thoughts. They want to say that they never stopped caring. They want to say that something in them still believes in the connection you once shared. They want to say that losing your presence felt like losing a part of themselves they never learned to live without. There is a quiet plea hidden within their message. A request wrapped in emotion. A hope whispered into the unseen space between you. They want you to know that you were never forgotten. Not for a moment. Not for a heartbeat. Not for a single breath. Their telepathic message grows stronger, pulling your awareness gently but unmistakably. They are thinking about the moments that shaped their soul, the moments when your presence felt like home. They are replaying words you once spoke, gestures you once shared, and emotions you once stirred without even trying. Every memory feels alive to them, as if time never softened its edges. They are sitting in silence, tracing the outline of what your connection once felt like. The quiet around them feels heavier because it carries your absence. Every breath they take feels incomplete, as if something essential is missing from the air itself. Their heart keeps returning to you, drawn by a pull they cannot break, no matter how much they try to distract themselves. They keep wondering if you sense the same invisible current drifting through your thoughts. If you feel the sudden shifts in emotion that come without warning. If you notice the unexpected moments when your mind wanders to a memory you did not intend to revisit. These are the echoes of their longing, reaching you through the unseen pathways that bind souls who once understood each other deeply. They are not asking for anything grand. They are not seeking promises or explanations. They simply want their feelings to touch you, even if only for a moment. They want you to know that somewhere, someone still carries you gently in their heart. Someone still feels the absence of your energy like a quiet ache. Someone still believes that the bond between you never truly ended. Their message keeps flowing, soft yet powerful, carrying one truth that refuses to fade. You were never a temporary presence in their life. You were a turning point. A memory that became a heartbeat. A connection that imprinted itself far deeper than either of you expected. Their message continues to drift toward you with a softness that hides a deep intensity. They are lying awake, staring into the quiet, letting their emotions speak in ways their voice never could. A part of them keeps reaching for the version of you that once felt so close, so familiar, so comforting. They remember the way your presence shifted their entire world without effort. They remember the ease, the warmth, the unspoken understanding that lived between your souls. Their thoughts circle around you like a gentle whisper that will not fade. Every attempt to move forward feels like walking through a memory they cannot escape. The silence around them grows heavier because it carries the shape of your absence. They keep hoping that somewhere inside your own thoughts, you feel this invisible pull tugging at you. Their heart is speaking in the only language that exists beyond distance and time. It is the language of unspoken emotions, of unfinished stories, of connections that refuse to disappear. They want you to feel the truth beneath their longing. They want you to sense the depth of what still lives inside them. They want you to know that your name still lives quietly at the edge of their thoughts, rising whenever the world grows still. Their message carries a quiet confession. A truth wrapped in vulnerability. They never stopped caring. They never stopped hoping that your soul could still hear theirs. They never stopped believing that something between you was meant to be felt, even when it could not be spoken. Their emotions keep reaching for you across the unseen space, hoping you notice the sudden shifts in your own heart. Hoping you understand that these feelings arriving without warning are not accidents. They are echoes. They are signals. They are the remnants of a connection that still breathes through the quiet. Their message drifts closer, carrying an emotional weight that presses gently against your awareness. They are holding memories that never settled, emotions that never quieted, and hopes that never fully disappeared. Every thought of you awakened something deep within them, something they tried to silence but could never erase. They keep revisiting the moments when your presence felt like a calm shelter in a world that often felt uncertain. They remember the way your energy shifted their mood without effort, the way your voice softened the edges of their day, the way your absence now echoes through every quiet hour. They know they should let go, yet their heart refuses to release what still feels alive. They wonder if you feel the sudden waves of tenderness that rise inside you without explanation. They wonder if the universe is gently nudging your awareness with the same force that pulls their thoughts back to you. They wonder if you have ever paused and felt that familiar warmth brushing against your heart, as if someone out there is thinking of you at that very moment. Their soul is speaking with a clarity they cannot express out loud. It is a confession shaped by longing, wrapped in silence, carried by emotion. They want you to know that somewhere within them, your presence remains an unshaken truth. You are still the thought that lingers at the edge of their nights and the beginning of their mornings. You are the memory they hold carefully, afraid that letting it go would dim a part of their own spirit. Their message carries a hope that is gentle yet persistent. A hope that you can feel this pull. A hope that your heart responds in ways your mind cannot explain. A hope that the invisible thread between you is still strong enough to be felt, even in the quiet. A hope that you understand their tears are not from pain alone, but from the depth of emotion that still belongs to you. Their message keeps flowing toward you like a quiet current that refuses to fade. They are sitting with emotions they never learned to set down, feelings that stayed alive even when everything around them changed. Your memory holds a space inside them that no one else has ever been able to touch. They never planned for this connection to linger so deeply, yet here they are, unable to escape the pull of what their heart still remembers. They think about the way your presence once felt like a soft light in their darkest moments. They think about the calm that settled over them when you were near, the comfort that existed even in silence. Now, every piece of that comfort has turned into longing, rising through their thoughts like a tide they cannot control. Their soul still reaches for you with a tenderness they have never understood fully. They hope you can feel the subtle signs that drift through your emotions. A sudden blush of warmth. A quiet tightness in your chest. A moment when your mind goes still, as if listening for something unseen. These are the echoes of their heart calling yours, hoping you notice the shift, hoping you recognize the familiar energy brushing gently against your awareness. They want you to know that your absence did not create emptiness alone. It created clarity. It showed them how deeply they valued what you brought into their world. It reminded them that some connections are not accidents, not temporary, not easy to forget. They carry you with a reverence they cannot speak aloud, a quiet devotion that still shapes their emotions. Their message continues with a truth they can no longer hide from themselves. You shaped a part of their inner world that no one else has ever reached. You left a warmth that still glows softly inside them. You became a piece of their story that refuses to fade, no matter how much time passes. Their heart is still speaking your name in silence, hoping that somewhere within your own quiet moments, your soul hears it. Their message keeps pouring through the quiet, carrying a tenderness that grows stronger with every unspoken thought. They are holding on to memories that feel as vivid as the moment they happened, memories that rise inside them with a softness they cannot control. Your presence lives inside their heart like a light that refuses to dim, no matter how much distance or silence stands between you. They sit alone with the weight of emotions they tried so many times to bury. Every attempt to forget only brings them back to the same truth. They still feel you. They still miss you. They still reach for you in moments when their soul feels unsteady. They wonder if you ever pause and feel that sudden shift in your inner world. A quiet flutter in your chest. A strange ache that does not belong to the moment. A whispered memory that rises without warning. These moments are not coincidences. They are the gentle signs of their heart touching yours across the invisible space that still binds you. Their longing carries a depth that words cannot hold. They think about the way you once understood their silence, the way you sensed their emotions even before they spoke. They think about the comfort your presence brought, the peace that settled over them when your energy aligned with theirs. Now, that same comfort has turned into a quiet ache, a longing that wraps around their spirit and refuses to loosen. They are whispering your name in the language of the soul, hoping the vibration reaches you. They are sending warmth woven with memory, hoping it brushes against your thoughts. They are offering a truth they never gave voice to when you were near. You mattered in a way they never fully admitted. You became a place of safety they still crave. You shaped a corner of their heart they cannot reclaim. Their message continues with a softness that hides a fierce devotion. You are the thought that lingers when the world grows silent. You are the memory that returns when their guard falls. You are the connection that lives beyond explanation, beyond time, beyond reason. Their soul keeps calling to yours, hoping you can feel the echo. Their message moves toward you with an even deeper pull, as if their soul is gently pressing its truth into the quiet around you. They are sitting with emotions that keep rising no matter how much they try to steady themselves. Your memory surrounds them like a soft echo, refusing to fade into the background of their life. Every feeling they tried to silence has grown louder, clearer, more honest. They keep thinking about the way your presence once felt like a quiet sanctuary. A place where their heart could breathe without fear. They remember the way your energy moved through their world like calm light, easing the weight they carried without you ever realizing it. Now that light feels distant, and they feel that distance in every slow breath they take. They wonder if you can sense their longing drifting toward you. They wonder if you feel the soft waves of emotion that appear without warning. They wonder if your soul recognizes the familiar warmth appearing in your heart when your mind is still. These gentle shifts are the silent whispers of their spirit reaching across the unseen to touch yours. Their thoughts hold a quiet truth they never gave voice to. You were not simply a passing presence in their world. You were a turning point. A shift in their emotional landscape. A softness that awakened parts of them they did not know existed. Your memory has become a place they return to when the world feels cold, when their heart feels heavy, when their spirit feels alone. They are whispering through the quiet, hoping their message reaches you in the spaces between your thoughts. They want you to feel the sincerity inside their longing. They want you to understand that nothing about their emotions is temporary. They want you to know that your absence created a silence too deep to ignore. Their soul keeps calling to yours with a tenderness that is both fragile and powerful. You are the thought that rises when the night grows still. You are the warmth that returns when their heart aches. You are the connection that continues to breathe inside them, untouched by time or distance. Their message is simple yet profound. You were cherished. You are missed. You are still held gently in the quietest part of their heart. Their message keeps drifting toward you with a softness that hides a deep, unwavering strength. They are sitting with emotions that feel heavier each passing moment, emotions shaped by your absence and strengthened by every memory that refuses to fade. Your presence still lives inside them like a quiet glow, illuminating corners of their heart they cannot bring themselves to close. They keep revisiting the warmth you once brought into their world. The peace in your voice. The calm in your presence. The quiet sense of safety that settled over them whenever your soul aligned with theirs. Those feelings did not vanish. They settled deep, becoming a part of them in ways they never expected. They wonder if you can feel the gentle pull in your spirit, that subtle shift that arrives without reason. The sudden pause in your thoughts. The soft ache in your chest. The unexpected memory that rises even when your day feels full. These are the silent echoes of their heart calling yours, hoping you sense the familiar energy brushing against your awareness. Their emotions have become a quiet confession they no longer know how to hold back. They tried to convince themselves that the connection faded. They tried to bury the longing. They tried to silence their heart. But every attempt only revealed how deeply you are woven into their inner world. They are sending you a message shaped not by words but by feeling. A message that carries the truth they never spoke aloud. You changed them in ways they still cannot fully explain. You awakened hopes, emotions, and dreams they did not even know existed within them. Your absence leaves a space that nothing else has filled. They want you to feel the affection layered beneath their longing. They want you to sense the sincerity wrapped within their memories. They want you to recognize the quiet devotion still blooming inside them, even in the silence. Their soul keeps reaching for yours with a tender persistence. You are the thought that returns when the world grows quiet. You are the warmth that rises when their heart feels lonely. You are the connection that breathes through their spirit, untouched by time, distance, or silence. Their message continues to flow toward you with a depth that grows more luminous and more honest with every silent breath they take. They are sitting in a quiet space where their emotions rise without restraint, where their thoughts return to you with a softness that carries both longing and gratitude. Your memory feels like a gentle doorway they keep opening, hoping it will lead them back to the warmth they once felt so clearly. They remember the ease in your presence, the way your energy made their spirit feel lighter without effort. They remember the comfort of simply knowing you existed in their world, the peace that settled over their heart even in the smallest moments. Now that comfort feels distant, and they feel that distance like a tender ache that returns again and again. They keep wondering if your heart senses this quiet pull. If you feel the sudden rush of emotion that appears without any clear cause. If you notice the moments when your thoughts drift toward someone you did not intend to think about. These gentle shifts are the soft traces of their longing, the subtle imprints of their soul reaching toward yours. Their emotions hold a truth they can no longer hide. You became a presence that shaped them from within. You awakened a tenderness they had forgotten they were capable of. You left an imprint on their spirit that remains untouched by silence or time. They are sending you a message wrapped in the gentlest form of devotion. A message that whispers through the quiet. A message that says your existence mattered more deeply than you ever realized. A message that hopes you feel the warmth they still carry for you, even without a single word being spoken. Their soul continues to call to yours with unwavering softness. You are the memory that glows when their heart feels fragile. You are the comfort that returns in their quietest hours. You are the connection that still breathes inside them, steady and enduring, waiting for your spirit to hear the echo. Their message keeps moving toward you with a tenderness that grows fuller, deeper, and more unmistakable with every silent moment. They are holding on to emotions that refuse to settle, emotions shaped by every memory of you that still lives inside them like a soft, steady glow. Your presence remains a gentle imprint on their heart, a feeling they return to whenever the world grows too heavy to carry alone. They sit quietly, letting their thoughts drift back to the warmth you once brought into their life. They remember the way your energy felt like calm sunlight, easing the weight of everything they never said out loud. They remember the softness in the connection you shared, a softness that felt rare, real, and impossible to replicate. Now that softness lingers like a whisper, reminding them of what they lost and what they still hold close. They keep wondering if you feel the invisible thread pulling at your spirit. If you sense the gentle ache beneath your own quiet moments. If you notice the sudden warmth that rises inside you without any clear reason. These subtle feelings are not accidents. They are the traces of their heart reaching across the unseen, hoping your soul still recognizes the familiar vibration. Their emotions rise with a truth that is both tender and powerful. You shaped a part of them that still remains open, still remains vulnerable, still remains full of the affection they never managed to express fully. You awakened feelings that grew deeper than they expected, feelings that now echo through every silent hour. They are sending you a message wrapped in sincerity, carried by the same quiet love they never stopped feeling. A message that whispers through the stillness. A message that hopes you feel the warmth they are trying to send across the distance. A message that reveals how deeply your presence mattered, and how strongly it still lives inside them. Their soul continues to reach for yours with unwavering gentleness. You are the thought that surfaces when their heart feels lonely. You are the warmth that returns when the night grows still. You are the connection that continues to breathe inside them, steady and alive, waiting for your spirit to hear its quiet call. Their message drifts even closer now, carrying a softness that feels almost tangible, as if their emotions are brushing gently against your own. They are sitting with a heart that has grown heavier from everything left unsaid, a heart filled with memories that still glow quietly in the background of their days. Your presence remains etched inside them with a depth they never expected, a depth that refuses to fade even when they try to distance themselves from the past. They keep remembering the peace that settled over them whenever your energy touched theirs. The comfort of your voice. The warmth of your presence. The unspoken understanding that existed without effort, without explanation, without expectation. That kind of connection does not disappear. It lingers in the quiet, breathing softly like a truth waiting to be acknowledged. They wonder if your spirit feels the faint tremors of their longing. If your emotions shift for a moment without reason. If your thoughts pause and wander toward someone you thought you had forgotten. These moments are echoes of their heart calling yours, hoping the invisible bridge between you still remains open. Their emotions rise with a clarity they cannot escape anymore. You became a part of their inner world in a way nothing else has. You awakened a tenderness inside them that feels rare and irreplaceable. You left a warmth that still glows through their loneliness, guiding them back to a feeling they never stopped cherishing. They are sending you a message wrapped in quiet vulnerability. A message that hopes you can sense the gentle truth beneath their longing. A message that whispers through the silence that your existence changed them in ways they still carry deeply. A message that hopes their affection reaches you, even if only as a flicker of warmth in your heart. Their soul continues reaching out with unwavering softness, calling to yours in a language beyond sound. You are the memory that steadies them when their spirit trembles. You are the warmth that rises when their heart feels cold. You are the connection that still lives within them, untouched by silence, untouched by distance, quietly waiting for your soul to feel its echo. Their message reaches its final wave, carrying the deepest truth they have held closest to their heart. They are sitting in a quiet moment where everything inside them feels open, honest, and unable to hide any longer. Your memory moves through them like a soft glow, illuminating every feeling they tried to silence, every emotion they tried to bury, every hope they tried to ignore. They think about the way you changed the rhythm of their inner world. The way your presence softened their fears. The way your energy brought calm into places that had only known uncertainty. You were not simply someone they cared about. You became a part of the foundation their soul still leans toward in moments of vulnerability. They wonder if you can feel the final pulse of their message touching your spirit. If you sense the quiet warmth blooming in your chest. If you feel the echoes of all the emotions they never managed to speak out loud. These subtle shifts are the last soft whispers of their heart reaching across the invisible distance. Their truth rises with a clarity that cannot be hidden anymore. You were cherished in ways you never fully saw. You were held in a place deeper than words could capture. You became a quiet part of their soul's landscape, a presence they still carry every time they close their eyes. And now, with a tenderness shaped by longing and acceptance, they send you their final whisper. A whisper that hopes you feel the warmth they still hold for you. A whisper that wishes your spirit soft moments, gentle days, and peaceful nights. A whisper that carries gratitude for everything your presence awakened inside them. Their message ends, but its imprint remains. You are the memory that taught them the meaning of quiet connection. You are the warmth that shaped a part of their inner world. You are the soul they called out to one last time, hoping that somewhere within your own quiet moments, you felt the echo of their heart.